The president of National Association of Nigerian Students, Comrade Danielson Akpan, in a press statement gave the federal government a 72 hours ultimatum to address various issues against the federal government. He emphasized on repatriation of these medical experts from China to Nigeria within 72 hours or be forcefully shown the way out.
We find it quite embarrassing that after all that has been said by professionals, members of the Nigerian Medical Association and other professionals within the health sector, that the government should not bring in Chinese into Nigeria, that they ended up bringing Chinese into Nigeria, even though they are trying to talk about quarantining them or whatever. We feel that that is just, an effort to disregard these professionals who have sacrificed themselves, who have sacrificed their time and know-how in managing this crisis. And of course, making sure that they render them redundant. Because if these ones have said, come, we are comfortable, we can manage this matter, why do we still have to bring them in? And the governments feel that there is nothing anybody can do about it. So we lend our voice to the Nigerian Medical Association by asking government to immediately repatriate the Chinese that they have brought into this country so that our medical professionals can continue to do what they have been doing and in the best way they have been discharging this responsibility. There is nothing any Chinaman have to offer us, especially at a time when all they are doing in China, which is their country against our people, is to oppress them. A lot of discriminatory activities are taking place as we speak in China. There was video trending on social media of how Nigerians were locked up in their residences and prevented from going out when other Chinese were allowed to move freely. And there was, in the video, I think it's maybe a deputy ambassador or just a Nigerian that was challenging the authority, showing them the passport, yet we are celebrating them in our country. We feel that this is not necessary at a point like this. So we say these ones should be repatriated from our country immediately.
Issues of irregularities of palliative measures targeting the poor and vulnerable Nigerians, the cash donations to the federal government to the fight against the COVID-19. The NANS president, however, applauded the GMD of NNPC and other well-meaning Nigerians who in their magnanimity donated cash as well as relief materials and called on the federal government to make the disbursement directly to Nigerians.
This opportunity to tell government to begin to do as we have requested. Otherwise, we'll have no option other than to tell our members and Nigerians to begin the processes of civil disobedience, even from their homes and the homes of their parents where they are presently residing. Because you cannot flog somebody and ask him not to cry. Nigerians are presently crying and they need succor. Nigerian students need succor, they need palliative, they need something to eat. Nothing is happening, and we urge the federal government and the PTF to begin to look at this immediately. In less than 72 hours, actions will be taken by Nigerian students if this advice is negated. Then finally, the PTF is not a group of just few individuals. It should be a group where Nigerians can contribute and make their own observations. We called for the expansion of the PTF and for the inclusion of youth and student leaders in the PTF, so we can make people like the PTF and others who think all has been very good within the period of this administration, to make them know exactly the state of education.
He further expressed with displeasure the wasted billions of naira as total violation of 700,000 kilos of food reserve meant to be distributed by the Ministry of Humanitarian and Disaster Management, as well as negligence on the part of government to properly supervise and implement the school feeding program, among others. Consequently, failure to comply within 72 hours, there will be no option left than the mass deployment of civil disobedience. Peggy Shande reporting for TVN.